How to build a robust side business while keeping your 9 to 5. The expert in anything was once a beginner, said a sage once upon a time. If you have entrepreneurial aspirations, you can keep your 9 to 5 and gradually build a side business and your expertise in your preferred niche. Little by little, you can turn the side gig into a profitable business that will allow you to quit your day job to pursue your daydreams. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. I hope you are doing marvelous today. I'm doing fantastic. And if you're doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka. Let's roll. Today, I want to talk to you about how to build a robust side business while keeping your day job. Number one, get a business partner or co-founder and outsource as much as you can. It's very important to outsource because as you're trying to build a business on the side, you need to allocate time properly. You need to allocate your resources and effort properly. So if there are things that you can't do yourself, or you feel like you might actually be better off not doing, outsource, right? Everything from HR to phone calls. You want to have an executive assistant, somebody to take the phone calls, or a virtual admin. This is very important. A virtual assistant is very important. Try to do those things so you can free up resources and focus on what really matters, which is mull over your business idea and trying to develop it. Another thing you need to do is to get a business partner or co-founder if you believe that can help you, because the goal here is to limit, again, as I said earlier, the goal is to limit personal tasks and improve productivity. You can also get some kind of expertise for free. Why? Because if you have a business partner, you can hedge risk, you can gain access to additional resources, and you can split the workload. Right now, this is basically also allows you to tap into new markets, especially if the partner has experience in the kind of field you want to get yourself into. This is also very important. I would say when it comes to business partner or co-founder, try to stay away from friendships or family unless the family, your relative, is business minded or has been running the business for a while, because trying to mix relationships with business, it's one of the surest way to ruin that relationship, right? And you don't want to drag your business down from the get-go. So be very strategic when it comes to the partner you need, the partner you want, right? Try to bring somebody on board who has ideas, who has expertise when it comes to branding, marketing, giving you money or additional resources. Somebody who has expertise in finance, balancing the books, right? And you have to also ask yourself, do you just want an active partner or a silent partner, right? Because some partners are silent. In other words, they just bring the cash, they put equity into the company, and they just stay silent. So it's up to you to see your management style, your entrepreneurial spirit, what kind of mindset you're in, and how you like to run your business. Then that would allow you to reach out to someone. Now, you also have to think about equity, right? How much of the business do you want your partner to own? If you want to be the majority holder, then you have to keep more than 50% of the equity. If you're comfortable having a split, a fair split 50-50 based on the contribution of each party, then go ahead and do it. But you need to have those things written down. Very critical. It's not about friendship here. It's not about family here. It's about contract. It's about contractual obligations. God forbid something happened, you have to go to court. The judge is not going to pay attention to a verbal agreement. The judge will pay attention, the judge and the jury for that matter will pay attention to a written agreement. All right. Another thing you want to think about is that if you bring a co-founder or business partner on board, what is the decision-making process going to look like? Who's going to make the decisions? Who will have the final say, right? Which decision, who will take care of what? Do you want to split things in terms of operation? In other words, your business partner, for instance, will take care of anything regarding finance, taxes, compliance, and maybe financial reporting, and you take care of the operational side of things, so sales, business development. Either way, you need to write those things black and white. It has to be very clear In some companies, they have something called partners agreement or partnership agreement that allows everybody to be on the same page to understand exactly what is expected of them. You might want to, follow a similar path. Number 2. So after you get a business partner, co-founder, and you outsource as much as you can, you want to stay motivated at your 9 to 5. It's very important. It's very important to keep up the good work in your current day job. Why? Because you never know. You don't want to burn bridges. You never know what's going to happen with your business. So the job you currently have, it's a secure thing. It's a sure thing. It's palpable. It's providing income to you and your family. But the business you're going for hasn't proven anything yet. So never, downgrade or underestimate the power of the job you're currently in. Try to do your job as much as possible. Avoid conflicts of interest, right? So let's say you want to tread lightly when it comes to, dealing with your current employers, clients, business procedures, and intellectual property. Especially if you are going to open a business, make sure it's not in the same industry. Otherwise, you might be sued later on for IP infringement and other stuff, right? You also want to check what kind of contract you have signed. Have you signed an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, a non-compete agreement, right? So those things are critical because they will prevent you from working for a competitor or against your employer for a specific amount of time. If you don't want to be sued, don't do that. So you want to keep productive at work. You want to be productive. You want to do the best you can at your current job. Work to be fully present and to always do a good job, right? Because any skills that you would have acquired in your current job, you can parlay those skills into the new job to make your new business successful. All right, I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We're still having a conversation here about how to build a robust side business while keeping your 9 to 5. Now, if you like the clarity and the quality of the content so far, please consider subscribing to our channel and turn on the notification bell. We really appreciate that. And also like, comment, share. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your experience. Are you currently running a side business and still having a day job? Just let us know how you're able to do it. We want to be able to understand exactly what it takes to be able to do those two things correctly. Now, the third thing you want to do is you want to focus on the foundational tasks. In other words, every company, every startup has some foundational tasks. I'm talking about, the expensive stuff, right? The hard, the difficult, the boring stuff that nobody wants to do, that costs money. You want to take care of that. Everything that has to do with business plan, right? Certification. We want to register. If you don't have the cash, you can, if you don't have the cash to hire a lawyer, you can do those things yourself. You want to file the paperwork with the state, with the authorities in the State Department in your state. You want to, reach out to all the regulatory agencies to get the appropriate licenses and certifications. You want to draft your business plan. You want to do the financials, all of these things. You want to reach out to the insurance company. You want to take care of those things that, even though they might be boring, they are foundational. They are quintessential. If you don't have them, then you are in trouble should something happen, right? The thing here is that you also want to start thinking about buying equipment and paying any legal fees associated with your business niche, right? This is very important. Those are critical items. Another thing you want to do is you want to get your business going and start generating income. The fact that you're doing this thing on the side doesn't mean that you have to wait for a long time before making money. You can still make money while still working a day job. This is totally possible. Thousands of people have done it. They're still doing it. So yeah. So you gotta see whether it is feasible though to start generating revenue while you're still employed. So you want to create your prototype. You want to test it. You want to test it on a test market, of course. You want to, the thing is you want to go slow. You want to test things on a smaller scale so you can learn from your mistakes. You can adjust. you can tweak things before rolling things onto the larger market. All right. The thing here is that testing is very important, not only for to save money on crazy expenses, but it also allows you to make better financial projections. And you can properly, with that info, you can properly scale your business before you open, right? So you can find new vendors, you can get a sense of your business flow. This is very important because it allows you to write a pitch. If later on you want to reach out to angel investors or private equity firms, you're able to have a strong pitch. You're able to have a better understanding of your company. All right. So things like, pricing, right? Do your customers pay on time? How much business can you handle alone? Do you need additional staff, right? Your branding, is your branding top notch? Do you need to reach out to a branding agency, an advertising agency, a marketing agency? What about your online marketing? Is your digital marketing up to, updated? So those are things that's very important that once you start generating revenue, you need to make sure that you need to make sure you are properly branded. You are operating as a normal business before you reach out to investors, right? Because once the investors are in, they want to see two things: whether that you have demonstrated the profit potential of your business in order to draw more customers to it, and number two, that you have the right team to grow the company and scale it. Right? So those are two things you want to pay attention to before you even reach out to investors. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We're still having a conversation today about how to build a robust side business while keeping your 9 to 5. And next thing you want to do is to use your downtime effectively. Right? What is downtime? Downtime are moments at work where, basically you have nothing to do. So you got to learn how to use this time effectively. You can use it to think about your, don't use it for your business. Use it for the work you currently have. If it means you have to answer emails, you have to track inventory and order more inventory, you have to reconcile the books, whatever it is, try to use it and use it productively for your current job. If there is another thing you can learn, you can learn things that could be a win-win for you, for both companies, the current one and the new one. For instance, you can learn skills, you can take online soft skills lessons that you can apply in your current job to improve your productivity at your current job, and those skills you can also parlay them into your future company, right? So the idea here is to do things that do not deprive your current employer of value. It's very important, not just for business purposes, but also ethically, and in terms of more ethically. You want to give your 100% at your current job. So it's very important to also understand that once you become a business owner, though, your time is no longer truly your own, right? Because you're going to have to talk to your customers, the market, and the need to get work done. Those are the new bosses you have, right? So you work when you need to work, or you go out of business. And you don't want that. You don't want to transform your business into a hobby. You want it to be a business so that you can generate income out of it. Number 6, you want to set a departure date from your current job. You need to establish a firm date for quitting your day job. And you need to work thoroughly toward that goal, because if you don't, the mind works in a very complex way. Sometimes if you don't quantify things, if you don't have specific ideas and goals, the mind doesn't start working. But once you have that, you can structure your life around achieving the goal, that the date that you're living. You might want to adjust also. You want to tweak your personal finances to help you reach that goal, right? So the quit date is very important. The quit date is what's going to help you move into the new role, the new job, into your company gradually and smoothly. And the thing here is that try to get all your job done before leaving, right? And always leave in good terms. It's always important to leave in good terms. Nobody wants you to burn bridges while you're leaving, unless it's called for, but it shouldn't be. So you want to live well prepared. You want to live, you want to leave after doing your job correctly before moving to a new role. All right. Thanks for listening to me. I just want to recap to this conversation. So, how to build a robust side business while keeping your 9 to 5. You want to get a business partner / co-founder, and you want to outsource as much as you can. You want to stay motivated at your 9 to 5. You want to focus on the foundational tasks. You want to get your business going and start generating income. You want to use downtime effectively, and you want to set a departure date. All right. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time. And until then, stay marvelous.